Mark Zuckerberg needs more training partners. If you don't know, Mark Zuckerberg trains Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and now apparently mixed martial arts. Yes. Who would have thought? And guess what? Him and Elon Musk were planning to have a fight a couple of years ago, but it never came to fruition. So let's spend 5 minutes on this topic. Mark Zuckerberg needing some more training partners. Then we'll get out of here, right? So Mark Zuckerberg encouraged execs to do MMA, mixed martial arts training with him. So the question is, would you, if you worked, if you were an exec working for Meta, would you train MMA with Mark Zuckerberg? That's number one. But number two, if you said you would, right? Would you intentionally try to defeat him, or would you take it easy on him? Right? That's my question. That's my question. Anyways, let's read, right? So this is written by Amanda Silberling, written today, right? September 4th, 2025. So it says, let's see. Mark Zuckerberg, Chief Executive Officer of Meta Platforms Inc., during the Meta Connect event in Menlo Park, California on Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. So this is the last year. So this is just a picture, right? So Mark Zuckerberg is so dedicated to his mixed martial arts training that he invited his senior executives to join him for workout sessions. This amusing revelation comes from Nick Clegg, forthcoming book. Meta's former president of global affairs shares the story in what Fast Company unfavorably describes as a book with thin prose, save for some surprising anecdotes, such as this tale of Clegg sparring with his deputy Joel Kaplan. According to Clegg's anecdote, Zuckerberg gathered some of Meta's most senior execs to practice MMA with him at a management offsite. Kaplan, who has since taken over Clegg's role after he stepped down earlier this year, apparently executed a mount that Clegg described as too close for comfort. Do you think that Kaplan defeated Clegg and that forced Clegg to step down so Kaplan could take was it a duel to the end of his position at Meta?
Bruh.
Was he mounted one time too many, too late, too maybe that's how Meta promotes now. Maybe you have to earn your position by fighting to the death of your career. Judging by some brief research into MMA mounts, this does seem to be an intimate maneuver for a corporate setting. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned golfing? Golfing is out. Golfing is out of it. Basically, what a mount is in MMA and Jiu-Jitsu is when you are over the person's like stomach and you are controlling them, kind of like flat above them, so that they like that's one of the ultimate dominant positions that you can have. So I don't know. What do you guys? I'm curious to see what the comments say. What do these five comments say? So let's see. Compensating for some other get out of get out. Thumbs down on that one. Get out of here. Has he always been this way? No, he actually started jiu-jitsu back in like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. He was a white belt. I saw his first competition and he did pretty good. Methinks the nerd is trying too hard. What? You know what?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
Says Zuckerberg has a huge ego. I doubt that MMA could humble him. No, trust me. MMA can humble anybody. MMA, jiu-jitsu can humble anybody, right? Anyways, that is all that we have. That is all that we have for tonight. I I was impressed. I like when I heard that Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk did MMA and all these different type of martial arts. I was impressed. I said, hats off to you guys. Let's go out there and get it.
Let's get it.
Anyways, that is it. That's all that I got for tonight. Let's wrap it up. Let me check the chat to see if there's any final thoughts before we get up and out of here. Let me see. Where's that? Cool, got it. All right, so let me see. Magnet says I'm going to post a question in your Discord. Sounds good to me. Junior says, how much is he paying to how much is he paying to be in the fight? So I mean, if it's an offsite event and these are senior executives, let's see. Who is the Kaplan guy? So Joel Kaplan. Let's see. Meta Joel Kaplan salary. Salary. So, Joel Kaplan's salary at Meta, while the specific current salary of Joel Kaplan at Meta is not publicly disclosed, records from a previous position shows his compensation at the time. In 2009, he was the executive vice president for public policy and external affairs at Energy Future Holdings. Annual base salary 450, annual cash bonus, ability to earn an annual cash bonus of 70% of his base salary or up to 200% for superior performance. So it doesn't say exactly what he's making at Meta, but if in 2009 it was 450 with 70% of his base salary in cash bonus plus 200% for superior performance, and a commuting allowance of a monthly allowance of $8,330 per month for the first 2 years, and stock bonuses, I would say in 2025 he's probably in the multi-millions per year, including all the incentives. So if you were making millions of dollars per year, would you, and you worked for Mark Zuckerberg as a senior executive, would you spar with Mark Zuckerberg in MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever? It says, if I'm doing that, I'm going to win. And I think if you were to take it easy on Mark Zuckerberg, he would probably fire. He would probably fire you. I'm just guessing. Like especially especially with the MMA part, if you just let him win because he's the boss, he might fire you, right? I would.
They scream their pain through broken glass. Their tears fall slow but never last. A million voices, a fractured sky. Who picks the ones for whom we cry? They wave their flags and cry their tears, but who's to say what pain appears? 1,000 voices scream and plead, but who decides which ones we heed? They paint their wounds in neon light, a spectacle, a stage invite, but shadows lurk where no one sees. The silence screams in whispered pleas. Tell you where to stand, whose heart to hold, whose trembling hand. But pain is pain, no rank, no throne. Empathy is not something you own. They paint the world in black and white, a battle stage for wrong and right. But every shadow hides a scar, each story different, near or far. Who chooses who your heart should chase? Who tells you which pain gets a face? Compassion's chains, they pull you near, but who decides what grief to hear? They try to tell you where to stand, whose heart to hold, whose trembling hand. But pain is pain, no rank, no throne. Empathy's not something you own. Who pulls the strings, who sets the stage, who feeds the fire, who sparks the rage? Your heart's not theirs to break or bind. Compassion's free, it's yours to find. They try to tell you where to stand,